Drake don't do a diss like an outright diss song where it's a headshot. So he gonna do stuff like live 5 blocks down the street from you. He gonna like go and, you know, DM every single girl in your family, every single girl around your family, all your niggas, girl, da-da-da-da. He's gonna... There's nobody finna play with me. I done been through too much of this shit. I done made more money than anybody ever make at this shit. Had more like hits, made my own Jordan, fucked every bitch. Like, so this shit fun to me. I was like, man, why you killed my nemesis? Where's the movies if it ain't no Drake? Yeah. For me, it's like...
And you're gonna take it and you're gonna smoke it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right, that's all I need to be clear. That's all I need to be clear.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
They said these two would never join forces again. After years of tension, subtle jabs, and shifting alliances, Drake and Kanye West seem destined to remain distant rivals. Yet recent rumors suggest they might be linking up for a far bigger cause than trading insults on stage or online. Whispers are growing that these former foes are teaming up to challenge someone who has dominated the spotlight in hip-hop, Kendrick Lamar. If true, this partnership could shake the entire rap world and force fans to pick sides in a showdown no one saw coming. No one denies the rocky road Drake and Kanye have traveled. They've butted heads countless times, one moment patching things up, the next moment throwing subliminal shots. Yet the possibility that they've set aside their differences raises a single question: why now? According to some insiders, the motivation centers on shifting control over the rap narrative. Kendrick Lamar, renowned for lyrics that cut straight to the core of social issues and personal demons, has earned universal respect for his authenticity. In an industry brimming with drama, his quiet confidence sets him apart. For Drake and Kanye, that reputation is precisely the mountain they feel compelled to climb or tear down. It all starts with whispers of a larger strategy. People close to the situation claim that Drake's team has been quietly rebuilding alliances ever since critics began labeling him a fallen king. Spotify numbers might still crown him among the top mainstream acts, but the conversation around hip-hop artistry has turned toward Kendrick's impact. Since his breakout years ago, Kendrick's influence has only grown, culminating in a level of respect that goes beyond the usual hype. Rumor has it that Drake, wanting to reclaim best in the game status, sees Kendrick's accolades as a direct threat, especially now that longtime fans are questioning Drake's authenticity in the wake of ghostwriting accusations. Then comes Kanye, who has had his own meltdown in public view, losing respect even among his most ardent supporters. Faced with the biggest blow to his image so far, he supposedly shares Drake's frustration at Kendrick's untarnished legacy. From the outside, the entire thing might appear like a conspiracy theory, but the fueling of this narrative gained steam after reports surfaced that Kanye aligned himself with a new circle of controversial figures. Fans noticed footage of him alongside individuals known for stirring drama, talk show personalities, online provocateurs, and even certain polarizing influencers. At first, it looked like yet another random Kanye moment. He's had many. But then, snippets of conversation emerged that implied he believes Kendrick's success comes from hidden backroom deals. From that point on, speculation exploded. Could Kanye be planning to expose Kendrick in the same breath he denounces the music industry that, in his mind, turned on him? That's where the story gets even more bizarre. Enter the constant chatter from social media pundits like DJ Academics, who has teased a potential new interview with Kanye. Some suspect it's a platform perfectly primed for stirring up controversies about Kendrick's music, his image, and even his motives. Even more suspicious is the possibility of Drake making a guest appearance, or at the very least having a direct hand in shaping that narrative behind the scenes. In the past, Drake's subtle jabs at Kendrick were mostly lyrical references or carefully placed bars. Now with Kanye on board, the pair might be aiming for something far more public and dramatic, something that sparks headlines for weeks, if not months. A major piece of the puzzle lies in how Kendrick Lamar has maintained his composure. Even when rumors swirl, his responses are typically silent, or else contained within razor-sharp verses. He rarely engages in messy back-and-forth arguments or social media rants. That mystique frustrates those who want to see him dragged into open conflict. Drake and Kanye's rumored plan, if true, could be to provoke Kendrick so intensely that he feels compelled to respond on record. Imagine the media circus, two of rap's biggest names standing shoulder to shoulder, flinging accusations about industry manipulation, while Kendrick quietly weighs whether to address them directly. If he stays silent, they'll paint him as evasive. If he responds, they'll gain the public showdown they crave. But there's an even deeper impact to consider. Hip-hop fans often love a spectacle, but many also crave genuine artistry. For years, people have praised Kendrick for pushing boundaries, telling personal and cultural truths, and doing it without endless gimmicks. On the other side, Drake carved out a lane by making hits that blend R&B smoothness and hip-hop grit, while Kanye used to be celebrated for his innovative approach to production and fearless commentary. Now that both Drake and Kanye have faced backlash, Drake for questionable songwriting credits, and Kanye for chaotic public statements, a fresh controversy might feel like their best shot at staying in the headlines. This pursuit of attention, however, could spark a broader conversation about what matters more, clout or creative integrity. Some observers see this moment as a potential turning point for the genre. If Drake and Kanye really do unleash a full-scale campaign against Kendrick, fans will be forced to reflect on how easily public opinion can be swayed by loud voices rather than grounded facts. Will viewers side with the narrative that Kendrick's success is too good to be true, or will they question why two icons seem so threatened by one artist's rise? The culture wars in hip-hop could intensify, with one camp rallying behind the notion of Drake and Kanye exposing the industry, and the other camp standing firm that Kendrick's consistent artistry remains unimpeachable. Still, the question remains, how far are they willing to go? Ye's recent alliances with controversial commentators and content creators hint at a willingness to adopt extreme measures. Meanwhile, Drake's known for strategic moves rather than impulsive decisions, so the combination of Kanye's unpredictability and Drake's penchant for calculated hits might be a recipe for unprecedented drama. In a world where every live stream, podcast snippet, and Twitter rumor can ignite a frenzy, it won't take much to spin half-truths into a supposed smoking gun. Yet even the loudest controversies can't change one thing: Kendrick Lamar's track record. Every album he's released has not only captured public attention, but also sparked deeper conversations about race, class, and personal struggle. His approach to storytelling, poetic technique, and social commentary won him both Grammys and unwavering respect among critics. If an alliance is aiming to knock him off his pedestal, they might discover that sustaining attacks on a figure so deeply respected requires more than explosive interviews and internet drama. Of course, this all could backfire spectacularly. If Drake and Kanye truly unite under a banner of bitterness, fans might reject the spectacle as another publicity stunt. Social media can turn fickle fast, especially if the entire campaign starts to look like a clumsy attempt to scapegoat Kendrick for their own missteps. In the worst case scenario, they end up solidifying Kendrick's legend by appearing desperate to tear him down. Ultimately, nobody knows for sure how this plot will unravel, or if it'll happen at all. But one thing is certain: the mere suggestion of this alliance has hip-hop heads buzzing, debating, and choosing sides. Whatever comes next could redefine power dynamics in the music world. Will the rap community witness a full-scale smear campaign against Kendrick, or will cooler heads prevail before any real damage is done? Could Kendrick himself deliver a verse that shuts down all speculation? Or will he keep letting the music speak louder than headlines? For now, the stage is set for a confrontation that some would call inevitable. Two massively influential yet wounded figures appear ready to test the power of their combined voices against the quiet, steady force that is Kendrick Lamar. How it all plays out is anyone's guess, but it's bound to leave a lasting imprint on hip-hop's ongoing story. The truth might be hidden beneath layers of rumors and bravado, but one thing stands clear: the stakes have never been higher, and everyone watching is bracing for whatever shockwave lands next.
King of the coast, one hand I juggle them both. The juggernauts all in your juggler, you take me for jokes. And nothing been the same since they dropped control and tucked the sense of the rapper back in his pajama clothes. Ha ha, jokes on you, high five. I'm bulletproof, your shots will never penetrate. Pin a tail on a donkey, boy, you been a fake. I got my thumb on hip-hop and my foot in the back of your ass. Aftermath, get the last laugh.